The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Saturday, March 15th. The Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by our own college basketball survivor contest. First place can win up to $75,000. Enter today at splashsports.com/SGPN. Once again, that is splashsports.com/SGPN. Remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is John Sally, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Saturday, March 15th. Yes, we are already here. Is it really the middle of March? Damn, these days are going by fast. YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe button. And, you know, I feel like I had been just on an absolute tear lately, but I think finally.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
I think.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
You know, today was a tough day.
You can't win.
It was really tough.
Our coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half.
You can't win.
Yeah. I had a tough day. Every game, it was pretty much like
you can't win.
And then I just feel like every game I tuned into was like,
the fuck is that?
And then followed up with
the fuck is that?
And then followed up with East Carolina.
Better luck next year.
And it was just a tough time today. I truly got my ass whooped. I'm trying to chase the dragon a little bit right now with Colorado State and Grand Canyon. We'll see if we can get that. I have a little bit of money on Cal Poly as well. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Dant, Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
He's the kind of guy that would drink a gallon of gasoline so he could piss in your campfire. You could drop this guy off at the Arctic Circle wearing a pair of bikini underwear without his toothbrush, and tomorrow afternoon he's going to show up at your poolside with $1 million smile and a fistful of pesos.
Woo! Man. I don't know though. I mean, I feel like it's been like a month since I've had an ass whooping like this. But I'm chasing the dragon a little bit. We can fix this ass whooping a little bit if these three hit. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ride and Rush Show. Make sure you check out the College Basketball Experience pregame show each and every day. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. How are you, man?
Doing good, man. Welcome to March. Some tough beats today for sure. I'm going to be in a little bit of red, but I do have the three same sides as you. Wow, Colorado State has opened this up a little bit, so we'll see if they can actually hold on because no lead is safe. But hey, cheers, everybody. Less than 48 hours to go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Yeah, I mean, today was challenging. It started off with VCU. Dude, I feel like at the 5-minute mark, it was going to be right around that number. And then VCU said, yeah, you know what? Fuck you, Dundee. 76-59 lock battle win for you. I think it was at like 9, 10, 11, somewhere like fluctuating at the 5-6 minute mark. And I was like, this is perfect. I can cover this. No, nice call. VCU dominated down the stretch. They dominated the whole game, really. Can't go 4 for 19 from 3.
No,
it's not good.
Not against them. Yeah. I feel like every VCU cover is the same, where they trick you into thinking you're into it, and then bam, the 10-0 run around the 5-minute mark, and you just go, fuck. Yeah, VCU is really good. They got a date with Loyola tomorrow. I think they can lose either tomorrow or Sunday and still be in. They should not be left out, even if they somehow do get picked off one of these next 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot to talk about regarding the bubble soon. Also had shit with Oregon as Tom Izzo's greatest coach of all time.
God, these fucking guys, man.
Once again, you can't go 4 for 19 from 3. Thank you, Oregon. But thought I was on the right side here, and no, it was not. Bad play. To sum up this game,
you can't win.
Your thoughts?
Michigan State is 27-5. They've won 8 in a row since that Indiana debacle where they got surprised by Woodson's random 2-3 zone. This has been an unbelievable coaching job, just an unbelievable game after game after game watching them. Like they're so much fun to watch. Them in the
they are. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't mind losing this one. I mean, it's money, but I do enjoy the storyline of Pitino and Izzo, these old guys. Really, all these. When I was thinking about this earlier, you got Bruce Pearl, who's like what, 65, right?
He was great today, by the way.
Oh, he was great. Our guards don't play like a bunch of pussies. They do not play like a bunch of pussies. Think about this. We're having like a coaching renaissance with the veterans between
Rick Barnes,
Pearl, Pitino, Izzo.
Calipari's making the dance. I mean, he's not dead yet.
Calvin Sampson's like 70. It's like every team that's fire has like a coach that's 70.
Yeah. Dutcher at San Diego State, he's always good.
He's in his 60s. He's in his 60s. Yeah, I just feel like
Dana Altman's old as shit.
Yeah. It's just the old folks home. It's the refusal to go to the old folks home. Okay, I cashed here, but I still just can't believe they lost the game. Lock battle win for Dundee as Kennesaw State covers, but how the fuck did they lose this game? You had a 9-point halftime lead. Oh man. I feel like Kennesaw State was the better team, but they lost the game. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, they had I think a 14-point lead. So it honestly was kind of a reverse of what happened a week ago in Lynchburg. Liberty blew the 13-point lead at home a week ago. Now Kennesaw blows it. Crazy stuff. Now Liberty, Jack State tomorrow in the championship. So shout out to the Flamin' Libs here.
Yeah, you want to vomit if you're a Kennesaw fan because I think you had that thing going. But yeah. Next up, I actually made money. At this point, I thought I was going to salvage the day because Wichita State covered double lock. Memphis 83, Wichita State 80. Your thoughts here?
They do what they always do to Memphis. They fuck with them. Like it's always a close game when those two teams play. And Wichita, that's a good win for Memphis, actually. Like I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh, they should have blown them out," but they never blow out Wichita. So just win, survive, advance onto the semis.
Then we double locked Ole Miss and Chris Beard. And we were off and running. I was ready to talk shit. I was getting excited. I was like, I'm going to kill it today.
And Bruce Pearl goes on his rant after the game.
I will say the whistle was a little questionable. Late. If you're an Ole Miss fan, you got reason to be a little upset. I think I retweeted a couple of them. if you're curious which ones. But shout out to Auburn to get that dub, and Bruce Pearl hilarious in the post game interview.
I love how people are like offended by it. I'm like, I mean, really?
Yeah. I mean, it's just normal talk. That's just normal talk. No one should be offended by that.
God.
Yeah. That's how we talk on planet Earth.
We're so soft in society. If that's offensive, I mean, come on, get over it. Good Lord.
This is where, I realize the day could be a little tricky. St. Louis got drilled by Loyola Chicago. I actually thought this one was possible. When I was breaking down the game for SGP show, because I did that first, I go, Loyola has played a lot better lately, like in the past couple of weeks. But I still just thought, man, I can't trust them on the road though. But credit to Loyola. They look really good today. Isaiah Swope, by the way, went for 30. The Ramblers are a team to watch out for because they've played a lot better the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on this one?
The Ramblers have been playing good ball, and that was a good win. We're able to pull away late, kind of controlled that second half, and back in the semis. I think they were there last year. We'll see if they can break through this year. They get VCU on the road now.
Yeah. And then this game. We were laying 2.5 with Alabama State. Of course, Alabama State rallies and wins by 2, but for us,
You can't win.
Unbelievable. Get this game out of here. This one bothers me because I know Alabama State could have won by 18 if they wanted to. Your thoughts on this one?
I didn't get many eyes on it. I just saw them collapse the way that they did. But hey, they're on to the championship, I guess, at least. I tried to tag them in Twitter, and they don't have an active Twitter. So good job, Alabama State, you idiots. Trying to promote your program. You're one game away from the goddamn NCAA tournament, and you don't even have an active Twitter account.
How does that happen?
Seriously.
You can't win.
Then I even stayed off this game, but I had a future for UCLA and Wisconsin 86, UCLA 70.
You can't win.
I know you bet Wisconsin. Nice play. Dominating performance, man. Dominating performance. Your thoughts?
Kind of like the Badgers, man. I like this team. The more like they're not that staple Wisconsin team. Tanji, he's freaking good, and they have an identity. They scored almost 90 again today. Mick Cronin was just losing his mind on the sideline, and they were just getting their ass kicked the entire day. Like, did they ever get it within 10?
I don't think so. At least, I mean, I'll be honest. At one point, I think like mid second half, I'm like, you know what? I'm done watching this game.
It was a horrible game.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, and you were just happy to win money. But I mean, like it was an ass whipping right from the get go.
Yeah. And then I did cash. I think we both cashed on Jacksonville State. It got a little dicey down. Okay, they should have won by more, but credit Middle Tennessee for battling back. Double lock hit there. Your thoughts on this one as your boy?
Ray Harper.
One away.
That's a hell of a coaching job to get Jack State year 2 in Conference USA into that title game, and now they get a shot at Liberty again. Here we go.
Yeah. That was a fun game. Yeah. Shout out to Daniel in the chat. The Conference USA games were fucking fire. Really the whole tournament.
I like that they did the afternoon slate too.
Yeah. Actually, at this point, then I cashed on Tennessee minus the points against Texas. Glad Rodney Terry. Glad his players did not listen to him because he said don't foul, and his players like, yeah, I'm gonna go dunk this ball. Fuck you. Or no, his players did foul. Actually, I'm sorry, I got that confused. His players did foul. Yeah,
we deserve this one because you remember when Texas did not foul Tennessee, when we had Tennessee minus 4.5 in Austin, and they didn't foul with 10 seconds left. They go, no, we'll lose by 4. It finally evened out. So wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're not going to foul down 4, but you're going to foul down 9.
That's why it's suspicious, dude. I mean, we benefited on this one, but the fact he's even saying that, at that point to me, investigate, fucking investigate.
Also, what does it hurt to foul down 9?
That's what I'm saying. You might as well. I mean, I would foul. Just you keep your chances alive. There's still enough time.
Maybe you don't foul, but he is so adamant, don't foul. Like it's like, and then he loses his mind when they foul, and it's like, it's suspicious. I hope Texas doesn't make it, but they'll probably be in the playing game.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that right when we go through all these, because it's a lot of things to talk about there. You know, I should have bet this game because it stunk, but damn it, I knew this team was better. Tulane 83, Florida Atlantic 76. I mean, I picked it correctly. We thought about this because I was like, man, everything tells me Tulane is way better than Florida Atlantic. But it was a dicey game. It was a close game. Questionable call and a rebound.
This game was like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. Crazy game.
Your thoughts on L. Ron Hunter, Battlefield Earth, getting on to play the Memphis Tigers tomorrow?
L. Ron Hunter, and they traditionally play Memphis pretty well as well. So I'm looking forward to that game. Remember, they're pretty good friends. Remember, they did like the fake boxing match in the middle of the court.
Yeah.
So maybe Ron Hunter tries to play some mental games with Penny tomorrow.
I'm watching this fucking Cal Baptist comeback right now, and I'm like, what's going on, man? It's at 7. It's at 7.
It's a freaking fluky team.
Look, I definitely took Akron. I'm sorry. I definitely took Toledo. Plus, I even got the best of that number at 9.
Dagger.
They lost by 10, of course. Story of my day. I just feel like
you can't win.
Akron is just rolling along here. Nate Johnson with a big day. Your thoughts on this one?
The Zips are one game away from getting back. They've been dominant. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow.
Yeah. I did hit here. I felt good about this. We had a battle. George Mason 80, George Washington 65. Get this colonial bullshit. Get this revolutionary bullshit out of here. Your thoughts here?
Big time second half for Mason. At halftime, I thought G-Dub was going to win. I was like, oh man, Mason's going to bow out early. Disappointing end of the year, but they got stops. They played for their coach. Good win for the old Patriots.
Great second half there, folks. Want to tell you the college basketball experience is part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and compete against SGPN this March in our $75,000 winner take all college basketball survivor contest. Yes, you heard it right. What are you doing? Do you not want? I mean, Survivor, anybody can win. Your fucking girlfriend could win. You know what I mean? Whoever, little Tommy, the fucking 12-year-old that keeps bothering you down the street. You know what I mean? With the smashing his bike into your goddamn car, right? You can sign him up. All right. I'm just saying, like this. I mean, expert or not, I feel like anyone's as live as the next. That's why they call it March Madness, right? $20 entry to win $75,000. Why would you not enter this thing? Splashsports.com/SGPN. That's splashsports.com/SGPN. We're also brought to you by SeatGeek. Yes. We got the ACC tournament championship tomorrow here in Charlotte. I didn't go today. I'm thinking about going tomorrow. And I can tell you this, I was pulling out the app, just checking out all the apps, you know, not just them, just searching around. And I can tell you by far that SeatGeek offered the best opportunity as far as pricing. So what are you doing? Maybe you're in the area, you want to go out and check out college basketball. There's no better time to do it in March. I can guarantee you this. SeatGeek's going to give you the best the best options, which is why, that's why I really want to give them a shout out. SeatGeek deserves a huge shout out. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek's the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, everything. And obviously March Madness is here. So you should be using SeatGeek because nothing like catching the madness live. And look, SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is rated on a 1 to 10 scale, so you know you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And your boy Pick Dundee came through for you. You can use the promo code SGPN10 for 10% off the next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Once again, that's 10% off any tickets with the promo code SGPN10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. And once again, thank you to SeatGeek because I'm telling you, they're better than everything else. SGPN 10 for 10% off tickets over at SeatGeek. All right, we are back and we are breaking down games. Of course, we were on this one. I didn't bet it, but you did. Iona 81. Quinnipiac 73. Our analysis was right. I should have bet it. I apologize. Your thoughts? One game away.
Oh, Tobin madness is back in effect, baby. That's why Beatix in hiding because he's scared Tobin's gonna get back that dance, maybe pull off a little 215 or 116 upset again. Iona's playing really well right now.
They are.
Dude, they got dudes on that team.
Also, it seems like every game I didn't bet, I hit. I feel like Morgan State in the points. They almost beat Norfolk State outright, 58-55. Dangerous game for Sparta. You know what, man? They haven't been playing good the past couple of weeks, man. Like the past 10 days, I feel like Norfolk State is it's been struggling a little bit. Norfolk State. I'm sorry. Your thoughts?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go the game tomorrow, 1:00 Eastern. Norfolk, South Carolina State. So I'll be boots on the ground for a little MEAC championship.
SeatGeek, hit it up.
Yeah, I'm with you. Norfolk has not played well in a couple weeks. So, but they found a way to get to the championship. They get to play it in their home city. We shall see what happens here tomorrow. It's basically a pick 'em.
Yeah. And then we loaded up on Marquette. First half, I was sitting there going on live TV being like, I was all over Marquette. This is why you subscribe to the College Basketball Experience because I'm a damn genius. I've been making money every day for the past month, I feel like. And then so Rick Pitino said, hey, Dundee, shut the fuck up. All right. Dominating second half, 18-point win for 18-point deficit made up in the second half. I can't talk. St. John's outscored them by 18 in the second half. As they win by 16. Your thoughts on this one?
I can't believe they got blown out. Like they had a 15-point lead in the first half. I was like, oh, they're good. This is gonna be a wire to wire, right? Like not wire to wire. Marquette's gonna win, but I was like, this thing's gonna come right down to the very last second. And we're going to at least cover this game, if not win it outright. But I think it just goes to how goddamn good St. John's is playing. Them and Sparty, like it feels like every game is the same with those two goddamn teams. They just get stops, they suffocate you, and they just beat the shit out of you. Like
they might have got a 2 seed today.
Yeah, exactly. They've definitely gotten some breaks here, and they do get a nice whistle. Rick's getting a nice whistle. They beat the shit out of some of these teams. Like they're fouling the hell out of Marquette today.
Shaka had a great interview in the middle of the game.
Oh, he was 100% right. Because I'm like, damn, hey, that's a foul. Like, that's a foul. No, that is a foul. And then none of them are called. I go, all right.
Yeah. I forget his quote. He's like, the team that is like, we're just fouling the shit out of it. Everyone's fouling the shit out of everybody. I don't know. Something to that effect. Whoever gets called last is going to win the game. Right. But he said it like sarcastically, like, we're going to get called or they'll get called less. Pretty funny stuff. But yeah, I mean, look, I've been riding Slick Rick all year. I faded him like the past 4 games expecting a loss. All right, let me stop fading this fucking guy. All right.
They never lose.
And then it got worse for me because I decided to bet on Illinois.
You can't win.
I'm gonna be honest. I hate this team.
What was that?
Illinois is a fucking joke to me. Like they're I just can't get on the right. They're like West Virginia 2.0 for me. I can't get on the right side of fucking the Illini. I cannot get on the right side of the Illini this year. And when they lose by like 40. It's fucking ridiculous.
I was going to say, at least they don't make you sweat it out. They go, oh, no. We're getting annihilated tonight. So you can move on to your next game.
But it's also head scratching there because you're like, dude, how did you look decent yesterday and this bad today? You know?
They're such a weird fucking team, to your point, because they rely on making so many jump shots. And when they make them, they look good against the soft finesse teams like Iowa. But then when you play a team with some shit to it like Maryland and they don't make them, they have nothing else to resort to. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with Illinois in the NCAA tournament because they're going to make it, but I don't know what I think of them.
Depends who they draw, but I'm not high on this team. And then let's get to it. Lock battle win for me. North Carolina was in a position to tie the game and send it into overtime. I want to bitch here for a second here. All right. Now Duke was the better team all day. So I understand but Jalen Withers, the Louisville transfer, steps over the line and they call a violation, which technically it was, but what's the rule on the contact beforehand?
What with the going
like
in the
like no I'm saying like the I forget which player it was. He nudges pre-shot, right? So he's going like this into you, you know, like, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know what the fuck that ruling is. I know I saw Roy Hibbert on TV saying that they never really call that. And to call that with the game on the line, I know he was pissed saying, you know, you don't make that call. That thing happens all the time. But to me, like if it's a rule in your book, you got to fucking call it. I don't care if they haven't done it in years past, but like, yeah, what a way to lose. I don't know that I've been watching college basketball my entire life, and I can't think of a game decided by a fucking free throw violation. I think it's hilarious because they could miss the NCAA tournament on a free throw violation. I feel bad for Jalen Withers too, man. I hope Chapel Hill doesn't, you know, this day and age, you never know, you know.
Yeah. I mean, let's not twist it. They're going to miss the NCAA tournament because they're 1-12 in quad one games. It wasn't because the guy won the free throw.
Well, if they win this game today, though, that'd be a gigantic fucking win. If that goes to overtime,
they would have been in. But I mean, they better not get in. I'm going to say that right now. They should not get in the NCAA tournament. If they get in, you're telling us that the games don't matter and they're only in because their name is the University of North Carolina and Michael Jordan played there and Bill Belichick's their football coach, Dean Smith coached there. Like, there's no other reason the University of North Carolina should be in the dance this year. They have done nothing resume-wise to warrant being in the NCAA tournament.
Yes, but I'm just saying, are you cool with that call?
It was so obvious. Like, you can't.
Am I crazy to think the guy made contact though? Like, is there a rule about that?
Yeah. I don't know if there's a rule. I don't know the contact rule, but he was so early though. Like,
I know.
He wasn't even close to shooting it yet. It was like, oh my god.
But you realize though, it was because of the contact.
Kinda, but I don't.
To me, it was, and I didn't really. I mean, like, I think it's hilarious if Carolina misses the tournament, but I thought the player for Duke going like that was a result. Like it was like A plus B equals C. Like that, by him doing that is why he jumped it, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I mean, I'm watching it again. I mean,
Did you think it was? That's what my first reaction. Yeah.
He just I think he spazzed out. I think he just had a brain freeze in the biggest moment of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think it was enough contact to freaking.
It wasn't even fully it was the anticipation of contact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like it was just like, oh, this motherfucker's, he's putting his elbow / arm on me. But what a horrible way to lose. We'll see. I still believe. I want to talk in a minute, but let's continue on. I did hit on Carolina, but I did play the money line, so of course that free throw was fucking huge.
You agree they shouldn't be in the tournament, right?
Yeah, I want to get to that though.
They haven't been. Like, all right, we'll get back.
Hang on.
I just have a lot to say. Like, I've seen people put them in, and I'm like, how? But yeah, let's go on.
I ate shit with BYU. Of course, the players I thought were not going to play. Wait, why am I playing that? I should be playing this.
You can't win.
Kelvin Sampson just doesn't give a fuck. Oh, you're at 20%. Get on the court, you pile of shit, and play basketball. Play it hard, damn it.
He mans up. I wish Texas Tech had done that or Iowa State. That would have been nice.
Yeah. You want to bet? You bet me there?
Yeah, I bet Houston.
Yeah,
I bet that BYU was not going to make shots after they made 23s, and they made 6 threes tonight. They got humbled a little bit here tonight. Yeah,
and then how about Tulsa blowing a 5-point halftime lead, and then not even covering? Good thing we didn't bet that. Because horrible. I did I can't even talk. I did bet Missouri.
You can't win.
I think you bet Missouri.
You can't win.
Florida by 14. Shout out to Florida. They're fucking good.
They're nasty. Grand Canyon covered, at least for us.
Yeah, there we go. We'll get to that. But then the big one here, Colorado State looking pretty good right now. But I am going to eat a little bit of a pile of shit on Cal Poly. Then this game, dude. We double locked Dayton. St. Joe's 73, Dayton 68.
You can't win.
I mean,
where do we rank Dayton now on our teams that are disappointing like this? They had non-con wins against.
They had the lead with a minute and a half. Like, how the fuck did this game even get to overtime?
I know it. I can't believe that they're not going to make the tournament. They beat Marquette at home. They beat the shit out of UConn by 20. They beat Northwestern.
Should have beat Carolina too, but
they should have beat Carolina. They almost beat Iowa State when Iowa State had all their dudes. I can't
Unbelievable.
believe the team choked the way that they did in conference play. I thought what VCU was right now is what Dayton was going to be. So yeah, this is would you rank Dayton among your top 5 disappointing teams?
Definitely top 10. I don't know. I mean, I had Baylor. I thought Baylor was going to be a lot better this year. Now they're still going to make the tournament, but they were a really disappointing team to me this year. I mean, there's been a slew of other ones too. I mean, Indiana, but I kind of thought Indiana was going to be disappointing. So, I mean, there were certain teams. I'm probably Arizona State. I thought was going to be a lot more competitive. I thought they're going to be middle of the pack in the Big 12. Disappointing. Cincinnati, disappointing.
K-State.
Yeah, well, Kansas State actually, I think out of the 3 probably might be the most.
They had a losing year.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like just off the top of my head, that would be Miami. Obviously, Miami would be one of the maybe number 1.
NC State.
Well, I expected that. Yeah, I expected that. Even though they're interviewing Will Wade right now. Glad to see
he ain't gonna take that job. He's using that to get a better one. He should not jump to one. He can get better than that.
Yeah. And then of course we double locked Kent State.
You can't win.
Miami, Ohio 72, Kent State 64.
You can't win.
Your thoughts?
Dude, Steele. Travis Steele. What a coaching job. What
unbelievable.
How many wins they have? 23 now?
If you're a Xavier fan watching this, it's going to be hilarious when he gets to the tournament. Wait, did Sean Miller take in his second tenure? Has he taken
the first year?
Year one? Okay.
I don't know if we would classify those as steals players because they all were like transfers, but I mean, Steele's won 25 games in year number 3, and
it is hilarious.
A unique storyline tomorrow is him. Him and John Gross are like stepbrothers.
I did not know that. I don't think.
Yeah, the only reason I knew that is because we had him on the tour in the summer, and he said that. I go, did he just say he's stepbrothers with John Gross, the Akron coach? Because I'm like, wait, they play all the time together. And then I looked it up, and I looked up the story, and yeah. So you'll have stepbrother versus stepbrother squaring off here in Cleveland for a spot in the dance. I can't wait for this game.
That's great. And of course, Jackson State drills Bethune. I took Jackson State, but I'm in a good spot for my future, but I didn't bet the game because my boys. Jackson State put it on them. 21-point win. Your thoughts on that one?
So who's in the SWAC title? Alabama State, Jackson State. So we'll get some new blood there. I like that.
Yeah. And then we did double lock Mount St. Mary's.
Money win.
Took it on the money line. Boom. Even with me getting this on the money line, I still ate shit today. One game away. One fucking game away. Cannot wait.
It's year 1.
Yeah.
Donnie Lynn has come in there year 1 and won 21 games. I mean, that honestly, that's a top 10 coaching job in the country. That nobody will talk about that because it's MAAC, but I mean, we've been talking about it. It's remarkable.
Yeah, it really is. Then Lavelle Moton and Central. What the fuck, man? You guys, what's going on here? 21-point loss. South Carolina State looked really good. If anything, I mean, Norfolk State better get it together because that was really impressive today. I got my eyes on that game. Did you watch that thing?
Oh yeah. This is a battle between us. I think South Carolina State's the best team. I think that they
right now they're to me are 100% playing the best ball of
yeah.
You know, I don't know about for the whole year, but yeah.
They'll have to battle that they're playing in Norfolk, and I'm sure they'll get a shit whistle and everything that comes with that. But they are playing the best basketball, and I can't wait to get down to Norfolk tomorrow to watch. Hopefully, a Bulldog MEAC title. That'd be cool to see Eric Martin get it done in year 3.
Yeah, and then me and you both, we took Purdue.
You can't win.
Horrible play.
Oh my God, man. I got my ass whooped today.
Michigan popped up finally.
Fucking believable, man. Your thoughts on this one? Danny Wolf had a big game. He was an X factor. I feel like he played better than a stat sheet. It just seemed like he was just making the right pass, doing the little things to get Michigan over the top there. Your thoughts on this one?
I thought Michigan looked rested. They looked like they had a different pop in their set versus Purdue. Purdue looked like they went to overtime the night before. Michigan won every loose ball. Danny Wolf, like you said, had his way. Vlad had his way. Good win, Michigan. Now maybe we could get Michigan State in the fucking title game. That'd be a cool championship.
That would be cool. They
got to beat Maryland though. Maryland beat them in Ann Arbor. It's gonna be a fun game tomorrow.
Then we dove into the stink in this cash. Utah Valley stuck it to Seattle by 13. Double lock hit there.
We beat the stink.
Say that again.
I said we beat the stink.
Oh yeah, we did beat the stink. Even though all my other picks stunk like shit. But I mean, Valley goes. We're gonna have the 1 and 2 teams battling to get into the NCAA tournament tomorrow in the WAC. Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by, good old Edge Boost. Yes, SGPN's partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 back per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And you know your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. And the best part is no credit checks. It's completely free. Sign up for Edge Boost and enter our free $2,000 bracket contest. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bracket. Expect to see all you bastards over there. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bracket. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet every single sport. Plus, there's props for every game, and they accept customers from a ton of different locations, even outside of the states. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head on over to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Once again, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back and still recapping the action as. I didn't lock this on the show last night, but as I was getting my ass whooped, I was like, okay, I can get back on track. Give me Santa Barbara. I'm going in on Santa Barbara. Well,
they were winning.
Yeah, and I felt good about it for a little bit there, but then the day reminded me
You can't win.
And the Tritons put it on them in the second half, outscoring them by 19 points. Tritons move to the Big West Championship, where they will be taking on the Anteaters in an epic game. Your thoughts here?
Yeah, it was nice to see some chalk in the Big West and WAC to set up the two fire championship games tomorrow night. We're gonna have Utah Valley, Grand Canyon. We're gonna have Irvine versus UC San Diego. So I think those games are both at 11:30. So late night action. Yeah. Those
fantastic.
Those are two games that, out of the four teams, I think all four teams could win a game. And I think UC San Diego and maybe Grand Canyon could get to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I don't know about Grand Canyon. It depends who they get though. But San Diego, I think they're actually really legit. So
yeah. Well, we'll see Grand Canyon tomorrow. They're fully healthy again finally. So, but Valley's been playing well, man.
Yeah. And then look, we battled here. I had UConn at the Garden, and
the fuck is that?
Creighton 71, UConn 62.
Where's J-Mac at?
There was a dust up. There was a late dust up.
Fuck UConn. They're such little bitches, man.
I won back-to-back national championships.
Okay, he dunked the ball. You also, just 2 weeks ago in Omaha, were running off the floor, taunting their entire fan base, going back-to-back. Like, if you're going to do that, people are going to notice and retaliate when they have a chance to stick it up your ass. Like, welcome to real life, UConn fans. So I'm glad that Creighton stuck it up. And Creighton won in stores and they won at the Garden. McDermott has Hurley's number for whatever reason. They won in Omaha last year. They've been a tough matchup for UConn.
He's a great coach. He's a very good coach. So
he's a great coach. Indiana should hire him.
Shout out to the Tennis Gambling Podcast. 52 points in the second half of that UConn game. What a fun undercash. Scott Rochelle, my boy. Check him out. Tennis Gambling Podcast, NBA Gambling Podcast. On Wisconsin, Scott. On Wisconsin.
Going anywhere, baby.
Yeah,
they're scoring like 100 points a game now. What happened in that program?
And then we cashed here. Boise State getting it done against New Mexico. This game was a fun watch, man. This was a fun watch. 72-69. The Broncos get it done. Move to the championship game. Your thoughts?
It feels like New Mexico all over again last year. Boise has the magic out there right now. They underachieved. They went in there and we said they got to win this tournament, and they have. They give them credit. Give them a lot of credit, man. They've nutted up big time, beating San Diego State, beating New Mexico. Probably the two fan bases that travel the best to this tournament. Big time wins by Boise.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm going to hold all that for a second here, but check out the Tennis Gambling Podcast, folks. Okay. Clemson, Louisville. I bet Clemson. Look, it didn't deserve to be the right side, so I'm not going to sit here and fucking lie to you. But that was a blatant, ridiculous foul.
Which one?
Yeah, I mean,
there were two of them
under 10 seconds or 15 seconds, whatever it was. How is that not a whistle? And I like to let them play, by the way. But it's a 2-point game. Clemson went to the full court press, and Louisville looked like they've never seen any of this shit before. I just don't know how you don't call it like that was just a blatant foul. I don't know how you don't call that.
Exactly. I had Louisville bet too. I was like, wow, how did you fucking miss that?
I mean, look, Louisville was the better team all day, so you shouldn't. I mean, if you're a Clemson fan, obviously you're irritated. You could have stole one. Because you had all the momentum if that game goes to overtime, but good God, was that a foul? I mean, that's like the epitome. That was the worst call today, I think, out of all the games. That was the worst call, or worst no call of all the action today. But Louisville was the better team all day, and it sets up for the Cards and Duke tomorrow. But of course, I was on the Clemson side, so
You can't win.
I was also on the Texas Tech side.
You can't win.
And Arizona 86, Texas Tech 80. I know you were with me on the Red Raiders. Fuck the Big 12's injury reports this year.
Dude, it's the same two guys. McMillan and Williams didn't play again.
Brett Yormark's a lying piece of shit here. I mean, what are we doing here? You said you're gonna hold these teams accountable. How many bets between Houston, between Texas Tech, between Iowa State? I feel like those three teams this year, it's been all over the place, man. It's been all over the place.
In Kansas, the first game against Houston, when KJ Adams was a late scratch right before the game, there was no news on that.
Yeah.
But the two Texas Tech ones are brutal, because the first one was that big Monday game against Houston, where the line just stayed around there, and then all of a sudden it skyrocketed. We're like, what the hell just happened? You find out 30 minutes before that Williams and McMillan are out. So we're shit out of luck. We do the show the night before. Same thing tonight. I mean, nobody knew that there was rumors that they were banged up, but everybody's banged up this time of year. I mean, maybe it's just the new era in the Big 12 where the tournament doesn't mean as much. Like it used to be. The tournament and the regular season were everything. Like nobody ever sat out games like this. So,
dude, it's gonna mean something when Texas Tech gets a 3 seed.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Iowa State, fuck it. Like I hate what Iowa State did yesterday. I didn't agree with that. I thought that you'd get up on the 2 line if you won the tourney. But I guess maybe they're saying we bowed out early a time or two. Let's see if we can just get healthy, and if we drop a seed line, we drop a seed line. I don't know.
You can't win.
ECU got just boat race today. Fucking bum ass program. Just a bunch of losers. Get you excited. Fucking Mike Schwartz. I had to bet it because it was the biggest game in ECU history, or not history, but since like 91.
I wish I could have moved my bet after the show.
I honestly, 10 minutes, like
I go, shit.
7 minutes into this game, I was like, yeah, this is a wrap. You know what I mean? Like,
me too. I was like,
yeah. Shout out to UAB for getting it done. What a pathetic fucking game plan for ECU.
Andy Kennedy's a good coach in March.
Yeah. And then also, I'm gonna blame you a little bit here. I was prepared to take Alabama yesterday. You guys sold me on Kentucky.
You can't win.
And Alabama won by 30.
Producer won by 30. Producer play did win today. Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm pissed at myself too. I was prepared to take Alabama, and then I was like, this feels too easy. No, it was that easy. Kentucky got routed.
Yeah. And then of course, take Cal Poly plus a big number. They look great for the first half. Up at the half. UC Irvine, the veteran team. Ross Turner does a great job, but I eat a pile of shit here.
You can't win.
I had this is a fucking horrible day for me. I forget. Did you take Cali or did you take Cal Poly with me?
I did. I was in love with we talked. We should have faded ourselves. We talked them up so much last night. They had won 9 out of 12 coming into it. Still, just a great year for DeGeorge. We said that last night. They said even if they get their ass kicked tomorrow night, which they kind of did in the end, it wasn't as bad as the final score. That's a hell of a first year for Cal Poly.
Yeah, fair. That's, I mean, for sure. Then Grand Canyon did cover against Cal Baptist, so I mean, this helped me a little bit here. And I think Colorado State's up 27 with 10 minutes left against Utah State, which, you know, that will help me a little bit. I'll end up what, 13-19 on the day. So yeah, not the greatest day. You add in a couple money line plays. I had like North Carolina, you filthy whores. Yeah, horrible day for me. But let's talk before we do game balls. I want to talk about this bubble. All right. So Boise State is in the Mountain West Championship, taking on what looks to be Colorado State as they're up 25 with 10 minutes left. I think I was just on VSiN talking about this. I think that solidifies that one of these bubble teams will be an auto bid and the other probably with the win tonight, especially if it's a 25-point win. Let's say, you know, Boise, you know, beats Colorado State or vice versa, whatever. I think with Boise beating New Mexico, which is a great win, with Colorado State beating Utah State, which is a good win, I think both those teams are in, right? Would you say that? I think both those teams would have gotten in. And then I think North Carolina's lost boots them out. I think Texas is probably the last team in. If it was up to me, Xavier's out, North Carolina's out. But you got to watch the bid stealing scenario here with North Texas and UAB and even Tulane in the AAC. And then in the A10, St. Joe's, Loyola, George Mason. Someone asked me a good question today. If George Mason gets to the A10 championship game, are they in?
No,
I don't think they are. Right? I mean, they lost to ECU, so I think they got to win that thing. So that's another bid thief. I think though, for all the power conferences, though, you're not going to have any thieves. So,
yeah, correct. The only other one that maybe could
Irvine beats San Diego.
Yeah, I just don't know if. So I just saw a tweet. No team with 29 wins has ever been left out of the dance.
I mean,
so that and Irvine very well could beat UC San Diego. Do I think they will? Probably not. But
no, they beat them once though, dude. Yeah, they could.
They're a good team. I mean, these are good coaches, and Irvine's won the deal before. So yeah, I'm with you. Like I said, the only one I'm going to lose my mind on is if you put North Carolina in.
I saw them putting Carolina in, but that's before we knew the result of Boise and Colorado State.
Here's the only problem though, Colby, is they have not taken into account the conference tournaments over the last couple of years. They're lazy. They have like the bracket done on Thursday. So then it goes back to the point, why are we even playing the conference tournaments if they don't even matter? Yeah. Other than I guess you could be a bid stealer.
Well, we know one Mountain West team will steal a bid then.
Yes. But I mean Boise technically should be on the right side now after beating San Diego State in New Mexico.
I would assume so too.
Yeah. But, so like if Colorado State wins, in my opinion, Colorado State and Boise should both be in.
Oh, I mean, they're up 24. I would think with this win before the championship game, they should both be safely in. I feel, I mean, somewhat safely. I would say if St. Joe's takes down this fucking guy, if St. Joe's takes down, if the A10 title, or or we have an upset somewhere else, North Texas or something, then maybe. Let me ask you this: if Carolina's out right now, who's out if there's a thief then? Texas?
You know who might get squeezed out is San Diego State.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
But man, if Houston wins the Big 12, they're going to have that win though.
And they have the Creighton win. Creighton's a good win.
Yeah. I don't know. It's chaotic. I know Beanix here to talk about North Carolina being soundly in.
No, my biggest pet peeve about this is actually not that. It's that everybody that you talk about it is how all these Mountain West teams have built up their resume within conference, right? Like that's everything that I've been hearing, whether it be CBS Sports Network, if it's Jerry Palm, or even like just any other YouTube show that I'm listening to, right? Well, what has the ACC done to legitimize their conference for the entire season? North Carolina is 1-12 against quadrant 1 opponents. They've had the opportunities. They haven't done anything with them. So give the opportunity in the NCAA tournament to teams that didn't have 13 quad 1 opportunities to get something done and prove that they are worthy of being in the NCAA tournament. I think it's total bullshit and a total cop-out to say that the Mountain West isn't in a legitimate league for them to be able to build up their resumes from within the conference.
The Mountain West is better than the
wins
ACC.
against each other.
Outside of Duke.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a harder this year, specifically this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's better. I think it's a better conference than the ACC this year. So,
you can't,
I don't know.
You can't ignore with the ACC just how bad like 8 or even 7 through 18 are. Like you can't ignore how bad those teams are. Like, yeah, that's great that Carolina won 22, 23 games. I mean, those are bad teams. Those are really bad teams that proved they were bad teams in November and December. And like I keep saying, if they put Carolina in, that's the old we're putting you in because you're blue blood and the games don't matter. Because there's nothing that they have done to prove it. They had 3 cracks at Duke. They had a crack at Duke without Cooper Flagg tonight, and they were down 25 fucking points. Yeah, they almost came back and won, but you lost. You lost the goddamn game when they didn't have not only Cooper Flagg, but Brown was out. I mean, they had multiple guys out, and they still couldn't beat them. They're out. They should not even be on the bubble, in my opinion. I think it's a joke that they're even on the bubble.
If they were going to be lazy and they cared about TV ratings, it's a very easy decision to go, okay, North Carolina against Indiana, Ohio State against Texas. You get 3 giant brands in Ohio State with a home fan base right there in Dayton. That would just drive me up a wall because all 4 of those teams, I feel like you could easily squeeze out of there for, the Big West runner-up, because I think both of those teams are really legit. I heard Rocco Miller talking about how UC Irvine has the most road wins in college basketball history this season. He thinks they should be in. UC San Diego, 29 wins. No team has been left out with 29 wins from the NCAA tournament. They should be in. It, to me, like if those 2 for sure, those 2 don't get in, then all hope is lost.
I haven't even heard Irvine be mentioned.
Have you looked like it, and I'll piggyback off Rocco. Their best win at Northern Iowa, that's a better win than beating UCLA at Madison Square Garden.
I don't know about that.
Beating Northern Iowa on the road by 20, is my opinion, is more impressive than beating UCLA in the Garden.
It's your opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's comparable.
Beating UC San Diego.
How much did they beat UCLA by?
They were losing the entire game. They only won because
they won by 2.
UCLA missed 3 straight front ends of the 1-and-1 free throws.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good debate there, but I mean, I don't see how you can put Carolina in, but I heard someone say Carolina Tech is going to draw a gigantic TV number. So there's that.
Yep. That UC San Diego is definitely more impressive than UCLA at the Garden.
Well, that's what San Diego State has that win too. San Diego State has UC San Diego, Creighton, and Houston, which all could be conference winners tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
And UC San Diego won at Utah State. That's way better than anything Carolina's done. That's not even close.
Yeah. I mean, but they're not going to look at it like that. They don't watch the sport every night. They're just fucking suits. Game balls. Where are you going? Top game ball.
Good question. Top game ball. I will go with Creighton. You beat UConn twice in the Northeast. You shut them up, and it's the thing of beauty. J-Mac, we won't see him probably till next fall because UConn will lose in the round of 64, and that'll be it. And shout out to those Creighton Blue Jays.
Yeah. Great win there. And I will jump over to Boise State. Doing what you got to do. One game away from taking it out of the committee's hands. The only thing is Colorado State can say the same. Shout out to Charles Walker who hit on a parlay tonight. Where you go with that second game ball?
I want to go Colorado State, but I don't want to jinx us. I'll just go St. John's. Like, what the fuck? This team just like defies everything. Oh, they're due for a loss. Nope, they'll just beat Marquette again. 3 straight times. They beat UConn twice. They've beaten everybody this year. Rick Pitino's group is 27-4. Sorry, 29-4.
Yeah.
29-4. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's really unbelievable.
John's.
I mean, he's by far the best. I mean, I don't think anyone's even. I mean, I guess you could say maybe Izzo, but I still think Pitino is like the best coach by a good by a good amount. Where should I go? I'm Duke. We'll get my game ball out to your key players. Up by what? 24.
Yeah, pricks.
Got to give him a game ball, man. That was very impressive stuff by the Dukies. Even though you get a nice lane violation to get out of there, it was a lane violation. No one's arguing that. Where you go with that third game ball?
Yeah, real quick. I am so pissed at that game because my handicap, I felt it was right on. Like it was the 1 game bump without flag. They played out of their minds for 32 minutes, and then they just shut it down and they almost collapsed. But I'll go with the other legend. Give me Sparty, the other game ball. I mean, what they're doing is just, hey, Ray, they're due for a loss. No, they're just gonna stick it up your ass, just like St. John's. Like they just guard the shit out of you. They just beat the hell out of you. It's those two teams are remarkable. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. I mean, Bama beat Kentucky by 30 tonight. I feel like that should be mentioned, but I want to give it to Arizona. Yeah, just like Houston, they come walking into the Big 12 and coast on into the championship game. I mean, we saw it in football with Arizona State, right? and Colorado, who tied, for Arizona State, they won on like some. They had the same record as Arizona State, right? On some crazy tiebreaker. They got in. We walk right into the Big 12, right? I mean, we said it was huge. I told you ECU could do this. UAB would be perfectly fine in the Big 12. We're seeing this night in, night out. Arizona 86, Texas Tech 80. Eric C is asking for the song.
Arizona, they beat the Texas Tech B team tonight because of load management. Bullshit.
By the way, don't look now, but that 25-point lead is down to 14.
That's why I didn't give the game ball to them. I almost did. I go, never mind.
Oh man, don't do this to me. Do not do this to me.
Every day we see Colorado State being in, you're out now.
Carolina's back in. Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is throwing an epic March Madness party. And guess what? You listening, watching, you're invited. All Rhythm users are invited to a First Four watch party Wednesday, March 19th at the awesome, fantastic Stadium Swim at the Circa in downtown Las Vegas. Free drinks, Come on, right there. Oh, and you get to hang out with Pick Dundee and company. So what are you doing? Wait. It gets better. Rhythm's also giving away a $250 March Madness future for one random lucky Rhythm user. Even if you can't make the party, you can still hit with the future bet. Come by, use the Rhythm, or use Rhythm to help you fill out your bracket and, make some bets while you're at it. I mean, Rhythm's March Madness stats and success from 2024 was pretty fire. They had UConn winning it all. And then their percentage of winners was 39% higher than in ESPN brackets as a whole. Shots fired. Rhythm predicted Duquesne, NC State, and Oakland upsets. 45% of the Rhythm brackets had NC State reaching the Sweet 16 to push it back. A free party, chance to hit a $250 future. You get to hang out with Pick Dundee and company. What the hell you do? You get to call him a gap tooth motherfucker, right? You get a chance to do all that. So sign up with Rhythm. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for the details. Once again, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/pate. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Guess what? I fucking hit again. I'm killing it right now. Shout out to Cannabis Capper, who's also doing fine work. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com. The Underdog Fantasy front. I'm just gonna quickly hot potato you, Mac. What do you think about the likes of Tyrese Hunter of Memphis and Iowa State and Texas, but of Memphis, higher, lower 19.5. Actually, let's go higher, lower 12.5 points.
Higher, lower 12.5 points against Tulane.
Yeah.
Let's go higher.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I would do too. What about the likes of LJ Cryer against Houston? Higher, lower 16.5 points.
Higher.
Yeah. All right. So let's get those things in. And that's some of the edge you can find Underdog Fantasy. You can't find elsewhere when it comes to college hoops and every other sport too. I feel like NHL, NBA, CFL, UFL, NFL, college football, MMA, PGA, all that shit. They got it there. So hop on over there and use our promo code TCE SGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer. Why? Because it's going to get you $1,000 in bonus credits, up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Underdogfantasy.com promo code TCE SGPN. All right, we are back. We got slides. We got a conference tournament going on here.
Idiots haven't started.
Yes. Put your mask on. We got a conference tournament here. The Ivy. All right, look at this. 4 teams. Providence, Rhode Island.
Final 4. Congrats.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And your odds for the Ivy right here: Yale -160, Cornell +300, fucking Dartmouth +600, Princeton +1200. Look, I mean, Yale's been so impressive. I feel like that the -160 might actually be stealing, but I'm just taking I don't want to bet a future on 2 games. I'd rather just bet Yale on each game, but give me Yale or give me Cornell +300. That's the only play I'll do here. What are you doing here?
Give me Princeton 12-1. If they beat Yale, they're going to be maybe favorite in the championship game. They were the preseason favorite, or not preseason favorite, but they were preseason number 2 behind Yale. So you're getting other than Yale, the most talented team. And can they pull the upset tomorrow? And what are they on the money line tomorrow?
We'll get to that in a little bit here.
260. So I mean, if they can somehow pull a miracle, 12-1 is a nice ticket to have.
I'm kind of with Mac too. The last 5 Ivy Madness tournaments, the 1 seed's not won. And last year it didn't even get to the championship game. It was the 2 and the 4 seed last year. So,
I think a lot of that has to do with taking like a week and a half off. Just feel like you get a lot of time to prep. Why? I don't. Yeah, it's crazy.
They just do it. They go, oh yeah, let's cancel the season. Fucking idiots.
All right, next up, let's go to the action here. The first game on the slate is Princeton and Yale. Yale's laying 7.5. You just touched on it, +280 on the money line for these Princeton Tigers. I will take Princeton as well. What are you doing here?
I mean, if I'm going to take him 12-1 to win,
I assume. Yeah,
I have to lock him up getting 7.5. I think if anybody's going to beat him, it is going to be this veteran Princeton team. They have a superstar. They've been there. Give me Princeton lock.
I'm in. It's a big ass number. Double lock on the Princeton Tigers. Next up, we are jumping over to Smithfield, Rhode Island. What'd they get? How many days they get off? Maine is at Bryant. 4. Yeah. Bryant laying 7.5. The over under 143.5. I'm locking up Maine. I think Maine's going to give them a game. I do expect it to be incredibly lit. I know they won by 8 last time. But getting 4 days off, Maine's on a 3-game win streak. They did get swept by them, but I think it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Unless you're ECU against those fucking Roadrunners. Your thoughts?
I'm going to battle you here, and I'm going to take Brian in that building. I think they're healthy tomorrow. I think they win by double digits, and I think that place is going to be hopping at 11 a.m. Yeah.
We got a battle in Smithfield. Dundee on the Black Bears. Mac on them dogs. Next up, we got a big one in the A10 in Washington, D.C. The Ramblers of Chicago catching 9.5 against VCU here. VCU won by 19 in January. You know, I just think Loyola's playing good ball right now. I'm going to take the Ramblers plus the points. Like I said, I think they've won 8 of the last 10 games. They just got drilled at St. Louis. That was the only real blemish. I think they're playing good ball. Give me the Ramblers plus the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock up Loyola. I think that they can drag this into the mud a little bit, make this a kind of slower paced game, and I think VCU shot the ball really well today and blew that thing open late. I think this is the hard game for VCU in this tournament. So give me Loyola.
I'll join you. Let's go. Got to make up for today. Double lock on these Ramblers. Next up, we got Big Ten action. Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Indianapolis. It's now at 3.5. Sparty's laying 3.5. I'll take Sparty, but I'm not going to bet this. What are you doing here?
We just talked up Sparty and the Johnnies. My future's on Wisconsin.
I don't have a future in this game, so yeah, you're in a tricky spot, buddy.
I'm doubling down on my Badgers. They get to the title game last year. They're going to beat Sparty tomorrow. They went into East Lansing. They were competitive a week ago. They got him. Sparty blew that thing open late, but I like the way this Wisconsin team's playing. Toji and company. Tanjay, sorry. Greg Gard. I like Wisconsin here. They upset Purdue in this exact same game last year. Give me the Badgers on Wisconsin.
Moneyline Max said, Wisconsin. Scott Rochelle as well.
Ponzi, baby. Ponzi.
There's Scott there now.
Scott is rooting for a Wisconsin Big Ten tournament run. That way he can still see Wisconsin lose in the first round of the NCAA tournament and say that he was right. So that's what's going on here.
They're actually going to be like a 3 or 4 seed this year.
I mean, last year they were a 5 and dropped it to James Madison. So
yeah, five's an upset seed though. If they can get to a 3, maybe they can not get upset this year.
Well, this year I haven't been able to join these shows. Best time of the year, my favorite time of the year. Unfortunately, sleep schedules just completely wiped me out. But I've gotten my way. We've had a lot of really good mid-major teams win their conference tournament this year. We're going to have some strong 14s, strong 15s, the 16s. I don't know what will happen this year. We'll see. But strong all the way through the bracket this year. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, you're right. Tobin Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest Mount St. Mary's fan of mine.
Zach, you next time, please, if you're going to type this, right guy, because I took Michigan State. All right. Come on, buddy.
Zach's on Sparty. I feel even better about it.
I didn't bet it though. I'm staying away from this. We're going to sit back and
watch. Lock tomorrow. A lock.
Next up, we're jumping over to Nashville, Auburn, Tennessee. Now I will bet this one. Give me Tennessee plus the 4.5. Give me Tennessee on the money line. Tennessee should have won at the Jungle. This is revenge. And that crowd's going to be all burnt orange. What are you doing here?
I'm co-signing you, man. I've been high on Tennessee all year, and Auburn, they still don't look like they're playing well. I know they won today. They don't have pussy guards, as Bruce Pearl said, but I like the way this Tennessee team's coming into form. Give me Rick Barnes to get back to the SEC title game. Let's go. Rocket Town.
Double lock on these balls. Let's go. Shout out to Auburn. Did they peak too early? Bruce Pearl says his guards aren't pussies, though, and I agree. They're not.
I respect that take. I agree with it.
Yeah. Then Moneyline Mac will be in attendance. The MEAC championship here. South Carolina State, Norfolk State. The top 2 seeds in the conference, the best 2 teams. South Carolina State won by 3. Was that in overtime the last time they played?
I don't think it was in overtime. I think maybe it was in overtime.
I thought it might have been in overtime.
The first one was in overtime.
Yeah, I knew one of them was. Anyway, Norfolk State's laying 1.5. I think South Carolina State's playing better basketball right now. So
Wrong team favored. Wrong team favored. This game's not on campus. They almost beat them on campus. Now it's not on campus. Give me the Bulldogs lock.
I'm in double lock on
this is
South Carolina State.
Triple lock. Let's play the Friends music again. Let's bring that back.
There we go. Triple lock on these dogs. Norfolk State looked like shit today. I know the crowd will be in favor of Sparty, but yeah, triple lock on South Carolina State. Great game.
Saying I'm going to be outnumbered.
Yeah, I was just about to bring this up. Cannabis Capper asking over under on the white guys in attendance 1.5, and Mac is the one. So is there going to be another white dude in the building here?
Rocco Miller will probably be there.
No, Rocco's going to be double headering it out there at the WAC in Big West.
Oh no, he's in Northern California now. I think he's settling down for the weekend.
There we go.
Command center in it.
I'm trying to think. It won't be a strong showing for the whites, but I'll be there. I love my MEAC, man. I love the MEAC.
Yeah. I would go if it was a little closer.
South Carolina State's going to dominate the glass. They're also really good at creating turnovers, and they are the hot team down the stretch in the MEAC. So let's go.
Let's jump on over the next one. Back to the Ivy. Fucking Dartmouth. Take it on Cornell in Providence, Rhode Island. Cornell's laying 5.5. I'm laying the 5.5. Lock up my big red minus 5.5. Let's go. What are you doing here?
Do you know this is like Dartmouth's first ever Ivy League tournament game in like 30 years?
I like it even better now.
Yeah, let's go Cornell lock.
Double lock on Cornell.
Yeah. Great season. I'll take Cornell.
I'm going to jump in here and join you guys too.
There you go.
Triple lock on the big red. Let's get to it. Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. We're up top 'cause we play to win.
Yeah, just bringing back the cocktail napkin. It's got it at 8.5, so let's fire.
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
Don't jinx it. Dude, Colorado State is in collapse mode.
Man,
This is about to be like a 6-point fucking game. They were up 27.
Oh man, what a dumb fatty make it. Oh no. Next up, Tulane, Memphis, Fort Worth, Texas. Memphis laying 9.5 now. No. Stop it. Come on, L. Ron Hunter, Battlefield Earth. Going back to the well. Give me the 9.5 in Tulane. What are you doing here?
I couldn't remember if they played in Memphis too, but the first game, the line was like 5. It was in Tulane, and it was a close game the entire way until Memphis got away late, won by 12, but the score was not really indicative of how it played. Usually this is a close game if you look at the history. Both coaches know each other well. Yeah, give me Tulane.
Mississippi River basketball.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Ron's good this time of year, man.
Let's go. Double lock on the green wave.
Betting every game tomorrow.
I'm betting a lot. There's a few I just don't really have.
Only 22 games left.
Yeah.
What else am I gonna fucking do? Bet on the fucking Oakland A's and fucking the Chicago White Sox? I mean, what the fuck?
Next up, we got St. Joe's, George Mason. St. Joe's laying 1.5 in DC. Get this bullshit out of here. I'm locking up George Mason. Line might be stinky. I don't care. That's a Mason crowd. They're getting it done. St. Joe's didn't. They pulled that win today out their ass. What are you doing here?
Fuck this St. Joe's run. I hate this team. You're right. They went to overtime. They're the analytics darling, and that's why they're the favorite in this game. Fuck those analytics. The game
should have never went to overtime. Absolutely ridiculous by Dayton down the stretch there.
We're gonna get VCU, George Mason, A-10 championship, and I'll see everybody in DC on Sunday. Let's go, Mason. Lock.
Double lock on George Mason. Tony Skid, come on now. Next up, we are going back to Indy, where Michigan is taking on the Maryland Terrapins. Obviously, they played what? I don't even know what day it is right now, but I feel like it was not that long ago. And Maryland won in a close game where I took Michigan. Well, I don't know. Give me Maryland. No bet here. I'm not touching this Big Ten tournament.
You don't like it.
I have a hard time with it. Like, I've had a hard time with knowing who the fuck Maryland is. You know, then I hop on Michigan. They're losing games in a row. Illinois is a goddamn disaster to me. Sparty's been good to me, though. Sparty's been good to me. I just think Maryland is the side I like. But what are you doing here?
I took the Wisconsin revenge angle because they played a couple weeks ago in East Lansing. I'm going to take the Michigan revenge angle. I think the depth of Maryland could catch up on game number 2. Give me Michigan here to keep making some shots. And they're a dog now compared to when they were a favorite against Maryland just 2 weeks ago. Give me the Wolverines catching more than a possession. Still blue.
Moneyline Mag locking up the Wolverines of Michigan. Next up, oh man, this is a fucking game. Alabama taking on Florida. Florida is laying 2.5. Florida won in Tuscaloosa
like 10 days ago.
I think they're going to win again. I'm laying the 2.5 with the Gators. Bet. This game's fantastic. What are you doing here?
I love taking Alabama when they're an underdog. I will battle you. Give me the Tide revenge angle. Make some shots tomorrow.
We got a battle in Nashville. Dundee on the Gators. Max and Roll Tide. Next up, UAB is taking on North Texas. Down to 3.5 now, too. Whew. in Fort Worth. This will be a North Texas crowd. UAB won 64-61 back on February 3rd.
And North Texas won the first meeting 78-75 on a buzzer beater.
That was a crazy buzzer beater too. I remember that. That was not a that was like a 2% chance that could go in. It went in. Man, this game is fire.
UAB's beat them 3 out of 4.
I think UAB is better, but it's just the home crowd. Like if this was in, I don't know, Miami, or Charlotte, I'd be like, oh, I like UAB. But that's the part that makes me hesitate is the home crowd there. But I'm still gonna ride UAB. Give me UAB plus the 3.5. I'll lock it up. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Andy Kennedy, man. This is his time of year. They won the tournament last year. I think this will be a 1-possession game, if anything. So they have a chance to win it outright. I think I'll definitely take the 4.5, 3.5 shop around. Let's go.
Double lock on these UAB Blazers. Next up, Arizona, Houston, an AAC Pac-12 championship.
Deserves on that stupid court. It's not the Big 12 anymore. We lost our soul. I hate.
I like fucking with you, dude.
I hate this fucking court.
Yeah.
I hate this. I haven't even enjoyed this tournament because of that court. It's so fucking bad.
The Louis Vuitton court.
Good
I haven't been able to be in here and shred Mac for that either.
Yeah,
Your court
ridiculous.
sucks too. They
ridiculous.
both
Our court's
Big 12's
not that
worse.
bad. At least
Big 12 is worse.
honors Indy,
Yeah.
the location of it with and you got one little checkered flag in the middle of the court, other than fucking Roman numerals that make it look like a.
It looks like fucking Brandon's fucking icon right here. Ass.
It does. Houston's laying 7.5. I'm seeing right now, not 6.5. Man, I've been taking the bait on these teams. I just been getting drilled. Houston won by 4 in Tucson. I'll take the points. You could talk me into a bet.
I think I'm gonna bet Houston.
Yeah.
They just that's like the last team I would want to play 3 games in 3 days. When you had to beat Kansas, you had to beat Texas Tech. I think Houston's gonna fuck them up.
Yeah, I'll stay away then.
It's a bad matchup for a Tommy Lloyd kind of finesse team too.
But I think there is something to your first year trying to win getting that Big 12 championship.
Well, I mean, Houston tried to do it last year and they got ran out of the building by 40 in the title game against Iowa State. Give me Houston revenge tour after getting embarrassed last year. I'll lock up Houston.
Money line bag locking up the Houston Cougars.
And Caleb Love made every shot tonight, which means he'll go 3 for 27 tomorrow.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Nick, what's up, brother?
I have new Wi-Fi, and when it'll skip, and I completely lose everything for a minute or two. Whereas my old Wi-Fi never lost connection; it would just go to potato for the camera quality and whatever the connection. Anyways, I missed both the Michigan and the Florida game. Michigan today played like a team that we haven't seen for the last month and a half. So that was nice, but it also makes it really hard to predict what they're going to do tomorrow against Maryland. So I like the under in that game for what it's worth. The second time those teams have played each other within a week and a half. So I think that's going to be a little bit more low scoring game on neutral floor. And for the Florida-Alabama game, another matchup where both teams just recently saw each other, I think that probably benefits Alabama a little bit because the revenge angle and all that. But also, Florida, I think, has done all they need to get a 1 seed. I think you have the 2 best road wins in the country, and at Auburn and at Alabama. I don't think that they feel you have to go out there and win the tournament. So maybe Alabama's got more juice to go into that game. So I think the Tide win that one.
There we go. Bonus locks. Next up, we got Creighton catching 6.5 at St. John's. All right. I said I wouldn't fade Rick again, but I got to take the 6.5. It's too big of a number. Give me Creighton plus 6.5. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'm going to bet Creighton again.
Yeah, it's too big of a number. I have to, even though I just going to get Rick's my boy. I'm not supposed to be fading him 4 or 5 games in a row, but
I mean, everybody is saying that St. John's is a machine. Yeah, they're a machine, but Creighton covered both games against St. John's this year. The number was 6.5 in a true, or I guess the game is at the Garden, in the St. John's home game at the Garden. And then Creighton is the only other one to beat the Johnnies. And I think. By the way, the Creighton is the Buffalo Bills of the Big East tournament. They're 0-4 in Big East championship. So I think the Johnnies win a close one by 5. Give me Creighton and the points for sure.
I'm with you. Give me the Blue Jays and the points as well. 6.5. Let's go.
By 5 or 6 points, guys. It's March Madness. These games are kind of close. So you can take the points and still think the Johnnies are going to win the game.
Are these games close? I just watched ECU get destroyed. But
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Maybe a bad night with that Houston and fucking Maryland game.
I get your point, though. I get your point.
I mean, goddamn, everybody acts like fucking laying 6.5 is laying 1.5. I mean, it's fucking 2 possessions in a championship game. Holy fuck, guys!
Yeah, Miami, Ohio. The Redskins are in Cleveland, Ohio, taking on the Akron Zips. It's that 5.5 number that you love, Mac. I'm locking up Akron minus 5.5. Don't read too much into it. Just take Akron. Just take them. This has been a weird year in the MAC where the gap between Akron and the rest, it's a bit. To me, it's been a big gap. And yeah, what are you doing here?
I mean, you have. Both teams have kind of rolled and covered these first 2 rounds easily. You've had a chalky MAC for whatever reason.
I thought it could this year, though, man. I thought it could.
I didn't think the Redskins would get there, though.
I didn't think so either. I didn't think the Redskins would either, but yeah.
I think the Redskins get blown out. No, like
me too.
Like
me too.
I think Akron blows this thing out.
13-point win for Akron. Double lock on the Zips.
Akron's been the team in the MAC, but Colby, compared to the rest of the league, that's one thing. Are they dangerous enough to pull a upset in the tournament? Like 2 years ago, we were predicting Akron could have knocked off.
Was that
team.
The Illinois game when they lost by 1?
I think it was the Indiana game where they weren't competitive, but
no, there was one. Maybe it was 4 years ago. I was in Vegas where they lost. They should have beat
UCLA.
Or was it UCLA? Why do I think it was Illinois?
By 5 out of Portland.
Am I dating myself here? Didn't they play
2022
Illinois?
was their last one against UCLA. They lost by 4.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of something 10 years ago.
Well, they played last year, actually. They lost by 17 against Creighton.
Yeah. All right, let's jump to the next one. The Mount in Iona in Atlantic City. Iona lay at 2.5. The over under 138.5. It's actually at 3.5 now, and I'm gonna need that point because I'm locking up fucking Mount St. Mary's. Sprinkle the money line. Mac,
listen, Donnie Lynn's my boy. I had him on the show.
Don't do it, man.
He's a great guy.
You scumbag.
It is Tobin Anderson season. Tobin Anderson has got these Gales playing well. They're going to win tomorrow, and they might win in the first round again. Give me the Gales of Iona to win the MAAAC. Let's go. Tobin Dynasty.
Denick?
Oh, this is the lock of the day. Wrong team favorite. Mo.
We got a battle in the MAAAC. Dundee beating the Gales. Next up, Liberty is laying 6.5 against Jacksonville State. Flamin' Libs are, man, I don't know how they fucking won that game.
Why is the number the exact same as it was in Lynchburg 2 weeks ago?
Well, that's what I'm saying. And this is in Huntsville. Those fans will be there. I am loading up on Jacksonville State in the points.
Fuck yeah, Ray Harbaugh. Hey.
Double lock on these Gamecocks.
Jack State outright.
Yeah, they're gonna have that crowd. I mean,
the
Flamin' Libs fans will come down there too, but I just think it's already right there. Not a far drive. All right, next up we got Louisville, Duke. Whew. Duke's laying 6.5. I'll take Louisville. Same analysis right now. You're still without key guys.
Yeah.
I know Malik Brown's a game time decision, but I'll take the Cards. Bet. Give me the 6.5. What are you doing here?
Louisville wins tomorrow. Duke got the 1 game bump. They won without their stars. They come back down a little bit tomorrow. Kind of like they finished that game. Louisville wins the ACC tournament.
Double lock on these Cards. What's up, man?
I'm gonna go with the over 143.5. I think it's pretty discounted because Duke is shorthanded here. Louisville loves the run, and they check up threes pretty early in the shot clock in that Kelsey system. So they're a team that wants it, and I think they feel like they need to prove something too because the ACC's been a little weak. They got blown out on their home floor against Duke, like the first game of the conference slate this season. I think this is a competitive game, high scoring, over.
There we go. The over is the play there. Now we jump over to the SWAC championship. Alabama State, Jackson State, and Atlanta, Georgia. Did they only play once this year, or did they play twice? Why do I feel like they only played once this year?
They played.
I thought they only played once this year. Makes it a little tricky.
Once.
Jackson State's laying 3.5. So I have a future on Jackson State. I got a feel that Alabama State's going to shock them, but I got to ride my future. Jackson State. No, I'm not going to hedge. I'm actually going to dive deeper into Jackson State. I will lay the 3.5. Jackson State wins by 5. What are you doing here?
You've had a great year in this league, but I will battle you in the finale. You're losing this one. Alabama State.
I do feel like if they got like just doing my analysis for this exact matchup, I was like, oh man, I kind of like, but I can't.
Yeah.
Battle.
Here with Alabama State winning.
Dundee on Jack State. Mac on Bama State. Next up, we got a big West one. Irvine, San Diego. Do you have a number on this?
Yeah. So San Diego's laying 5.5. Oh man. Oh boy.
I'm gonna take Irvine in the points.
Irvine's gonna beat them, aren't they?
I'm gonna take Irvine. They have more experience.
Yeah.
I think you got to take the points.
Yeah. I mean, Irvine can play inside out with the big fella.
I expect Turner to have a lot of adjustments from that beatdown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first meeting, UC San Diego was like 6 of like 36 from 3. If you're going to beat UC San Diego, you got to limit their threes. I think I'm with you. I think Turner, short prep. He's been here, done this. Last year they got upset in this tournament. I think he gets it back here. I think Irvine's going to pick him off. Give me Irvine lock.
Yeah. Oh man, I hope this doesn't. I almost want I feel like I want San Diego to win this, but I think Irvine's the play.
What was
What's
the
up,
total
Pete?
on this one, Mac? Where'd you pick this from?
I just see it over
Because that first game,
134. 134.
okay. Because the second game, the one that San Diego blew them out in, is a little bit more high scoring. They won it 85-67. But if it goes to the game script that you guys kind of want it to, where UCI hangs in this one, their experience plays on the neutral floor in a big moment,
Back to back, too. Back to back days, yeah.
then you probably look for that first game script where there was a total of 112 points. So under is a great look here in this spot.
Yeah, I could see that too with the way both teams. But especially with UC San Diego's never been in a spotlight like this. Irvine has been there before. Great defensive team. Now let's go to the other one in Vegas, Grand Canyon, Utah Valley. What number are you seeing here, Mac?
You almost had the line right, but the wrong team. Grand Canyon is laying 3.5 in Vegas. I'm locking up Grand Canyon.
I think I'm with you too.
They beat them by 8.
Yeah, this place is packed. Double lock on Grand Canyon. And then the final game on the slate is this right here. What is this number?
I don't think this one came out yet.
That's on Sunday though, isn't it? Or is that's on Sunday, isn't it?
I mean, it's Sunday at midnight.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
It used to be on Sunday, I feel like. Didn't they play it right before the Selection Sunday? I feel like they used to do that.
No, the Big Ten's always the last game. This game should be out. It's always the CBS game at 6. All right, no, sorry. The game is at 6:00 Eastern tomorrow. So quick turn. Boise, Colorado State on Ken Palm. Boise's -1. Do we have one on VSiN or something? No. What do you think it's going to be? Boise -1?
Didn't Colorado State just beat them though? I think Colorado State won at Boise like a week ago, right?
Yeah, on senior day. And that line was what? Boise -5.5. Boise lost both games by 3 and 10. Boise's going to win. The veterans.
Check the picks page. I need a line. I need a line for this because I think it's a close game.
I can guarantee it won't be what Edwards said.
-1 on DK. The chat's saying.
Yeah, Boise -1. Yeah, I'll lock Boise. Boise finishes the job, like I said a week ago. After that game last Friday, I said they're going to win this goddamn tournament. They're going to bounce back from this Colorado State game. It all comes full circle. Boise punches their ticket. Leon Rice and company lock.
I think I'm with you. Double lock on Boise State. Fuck them Broncos. Can't wait to watch this game.
Yeah.
They're just the more veteran roster compared to Colorado State. In the final game, I think they're gonna know that. Colorado State's been on fire, so it's hard. It made me think for a little bit. And the senior night angle too. Ruined the senior night. I think Boise's a smash play. The more I think about it, let's get to the top plays of the day.
It's a great slate.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee is one that I had circled. I think how about if we're doing 6, give me Tennessee. I think Boise's one. Boise, Tennessee. George Mason. Tulane. That's 4. Cornell. 5. And give me Akron 6. Mac Fire.
Give me Boise, Give me Grand Canyon. Give me Irvine. Louisville. Jack State. And Houston.
There we go. Beanick?
I've got 4. Going Louisville, Duke over. Michigan, Maryland under. South Carolina State, wrong team favored. And then Cornell.
There we go, folks. Give Beanick a follow on Twitter at NoahB77 _ Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline _ Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And yeah, can't wait for tomorrow night, same time. Also, check out the College Baseball Experience. Check out the College Football Experience, and check out the Sports Gambling Podcast. And if you're in Vegas next week, we'll be there. Wednesday, Thursday, then the whole fucking weekend. I don't know how I'm gonna make it. Need vegetables, but gotta prepare for that. All right, gotta get some vitamin C tablets. You know that shit. You know what I mean? Can't wait. All right, can't wait for all this action. Really, that Colorado State game. Till next time, folks. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
I was young, I was oh so shy. Never knew I'd grow up to be oh so fly. Didn't have many homies and I don't know why, but it never stopped me from picking up the mic and everybody gathered around. I was shocked to see. Left my shell, the rest is history. Now I'm on to a relic at a moment's peace. And when I get home, I go to bed and brush my teeth. But man, I wonder how I keep it going at times. I get unorganized, garbage piles rise. In between times like I'm at right now, it's like the structure's f***ed up. I don't know how to get it back. I'm traveling back in time like when I was a kid, nervous, facing life. Uncertain feelings returning full swing, and it's really hard to feel like a king. Sing, king, ding, ding. Yeah, management, please manage it. I don't know what's going on, I can't even figure. Really, I'm supposed to come back like a star when I'm cool with how I is, cause it's all I ever are. I know that I possess a little certified magic, but I ain't gonna tamper with that, cause that's tragic. Just give the people something real for a change. I know, sell records, but the shit's so strange. I'm in the wrong damn business, should've stuck with trains. Cause here, you gotta be cool, gotta be tame. The uncertainty can drive you out of your brain. Fighting with the ones you love and inflicting pain, breaking things and cutting up heartstrings. I'm saying I'm wigging out and it just ain't me. I ain't saintly, but why I'm acting insanely. Letting pressure change my colors when I paint me for real. I'm losing